Oliswa, congratulations and well done in scooping up the Best Contact Center of the Year award at the CCMG COVID Warrior Awards recently. Well done, congratulations.
Thank you very much, Tanya.
I'm sure your team must have been thrilled.
I think it's so surreal. I mean, we were even talking about it again today because we had a team lunch. They're very happy about it. So yeah, we're still celebrating till this day.
I love it. Where were you? Were you guys all in the office? Were you streaming? What did you do?
We were all in the office. We were streaming. We were in two different rooms because obviously we need to social distance.
Yeah.
But we were all in the office and we were streaming. So yeah.
And just talk me through it for a second. Just bring me there. So what happened? Kind of announced the finalists, and the next thing you announced as winner and?
So I honestly, when we were announced as the winners, I was like, no, man, I'm not hearing right, you know? And then everybody came to me, they rushed me and they said, did you hear? Did you hear? And everybody was just screaming. Everybody was just celebrating. I was like, okay, it only just sunk in, I think, 10 or 15 minutes later. But when they actually said it, it did not register at that point.
Well, just a massive congratulations. And I thought I would take the opportunity just to share with you some of the feedback from the judges, because usually we would have been in the room with you and it would have been a massive celebration. So, I thought what we wanted to impart is just to let you know that, and this is their comments, I'm reading verbatim, and some of them said, just excellent, dynamic, proactive approach. The team was well balanced, consciously diverse teams in terms of focus and the skill sets. And I think that came through particularly because in the room it wasn't just yourself, it was Nishant as well as Nombulelo. And I think what came through is how you guys have complementary skills, very strong ops skills, process skills, and yourself complemented with strong people skills from Nombulelo, and how you guys navigated very difficult times, leveraging off each other's skill sets. So, and what was brilliant was just to see there were a couple of things that we do look for, particularly in a contact center, and we're looking for a mature contact center that has an established vision, a strong strategy, that is aligned to driving value. And we need to see that demonstrated. And you guys did, just tangible stats, facts, where you were able to demonstrate the value you've added to your customers in terms of bottom line value, in terms of other, I don't want to say intrinsic, but just kind of other ways, in terms of innovation and ideas, and just the way you view your contract in the long-term view was really, really powerful. So just great. I mean, your success metrics were great. And I think more than anything, I wanted to just round it off with how what you've done and worked with your people came across really clearly. So just well done. You talk about people matter. And it came across, in terms of working very closely with your people, your rate my leader type in initiatives, etc. So that's just some of the feedback that the judges had to give. So in case you're wondering why you and why your team, and if you want to take that back, then that's some of the reason why you won. So with that in mind, what I wanted to do was just kind of pick your brain a bit and say, there's going to be people watching this. Maybe they're considering entering next year. Maybe they've entered before and weren't as successful. And I thought it'd be a great idea for you to just unpack, how you guys approached the awards, how you went about entering, some hints and tips, things that now that you can reflect and you've got some of the feedback, what worked for you guys in terms of the process?
So CCMG Awards is an annual thing. I think all BPOs do know about them, and they understand what they are about, and they understand the significance of them. So I think as merchants, we've always known about them, and different business units have entered in previous times. Some have won, some haven't, and some have picked up learnings. I think for us, we had a discussion, the three of us, Nishant and Nombulelo, prior to us actually, entering, to say, we want to enter. What is it that's actually motivating us to do so? Are we the ideal contact center? Are we doing what we are meant to be doing, in terms of, making sure that everything is prim and proper in the environment? I think everybody understands the complexities of call centers. I think in face value, when you're looking at it, you think it's easy, but there's a lot of work that goes into it. So prior to us entering, obviously there was talks and there was discussions, the three of us, and then we ultimately said, looking at our contact center and the work that we put into it collectively, I think we're the right candidates to enter. And that's when we then made that decision.
Stunning. And how did you guys divvy up the questions, or what was your kind of approach to it?
Initially, like we said, because it was not an individual award, it was a group or contact center award. I think, like I said, it was a discussion prior, and then we decided to enter. And then I think the questions came after we decided to enter. We went through them as a collective, and we responded to them.
Okay, fantastic. I think that's a great tip, because I think sometimes people, they enter the awards, and particularly in the team awards, they kind of allocate everything to one person. But actually, if you guys collectively come together and divide and conquer, you often then submit a more well-rounded submission.
From day one, Tanya, this has always been a collective effort.
Okay.
And I think that's for me, that was the most amazing thing, because to build a proper functional call center, it's a collective effort. It's never about one person or certain individuals. It's a group of people.
So what I'd really like to know is, what is the impact of this had? So what is it how are you going to use this award to better or to launch or inspire others? So, whether that's within your team or within your company.
Yeah, I think for us, for our area, we actually took the award to the floor today. And then we stood there and we said, guys, we won. And then everybody's like, oh, clapped. So I think from a motivational stance, it's going to work for us. I mean, the guys are seeing the benefit of what they're doing. And when I say the guys, I'm talking about the agents or service consultants, to say, actually, you know what? Globally, I'm recognized for the work that I do. So I think from a motivational point of view, it says, okay, we need to sustain this. We need to continue, if not better, what we are currently doing. So for us, I think it's a matter of improving more. There's always room for improvement, but the guys will be a little bit more motivated to do so. And I think for the rest of the business unit, not necessarily my area or department, I think the learning that they will take is that nothing is impossible. I think if obviously they put a little bit more effort and time and look at the development areas for their departments or desks or whatever the case might be, they are able to achieve such greatness. I mean, this is huge. This is a global award. I mean, if people could just register that, it's not only limited to here, it's a global thing. So I think for other people, it will also serve as a motivation, as a drive to say, we can also do it. It's not impossible.
100%. You should be very proud. So yeah. And your customer, I'm assuming you've made a big deal with Vodacom?
With our client. Yes, they actually made a big deal about it, because they called me last week Friday. They wanted to understand the details around it, how we entered. So I sent all that information through to them, and there was an internal comms that went within Vodacom. I mean, we work as a collectively with a client, especially our department. I think that was emphasized even prior to say it's a partnership. They don't necessarily dictate, but we have sessions, we talk, we say what is best, for our client base or for our customers to make sure that they're serviced. So it's a collective effort. It doesn't only end with merchants, but it's a Vodacom merchants, venture and partnership.
Fantastic. Well, I'm thrilled, because I think it is. You're absolutely right. You are an extension of your clients. You represent that brand, and you've done so exceptionally well. So they definitely, I mean, you don't just deserve the recognition, but they also get to leverage the acknowledgement of that performance. So that's great. Yeah. And then just to round it off, I think you now have a platform where you can promote the professionalism of this industry. You have a platform where I think that, and I'd like to just hear your views on creating the visibility that the contact center industry is so much more than just a stepping stone, that you can build. So I'd like to just get your views on that.
I think, like you said, I don't think it's viewed as a stepping stone anymore. It's an industry on its own. People have made careers out of it. People have grown out of it. So it can only, grow further from where it is now. And obviously with these type of awards, it serves as a motivation to say it is just not only a stepping stone, it can be bigger than that. We can build something more, great. We can build empires around these contact centers. I mean, think about it in a bigger scale. Particularly in my area, we are servicing business clients. So you can imagine the magnitude of this, or of us winning this award. It's not only about, that contact center that service business clients. Even worse, we no longer call them call centers. It's a contact center customer experience environment, because we are here to service customers, who make sure that ultimately our business is sustained and they remain with us and they remain loyal. So it's no longer as light as saying, it's just a stepping stone. It's bigger than that. It's much more intense and deeper than that.
Excellent. And that's what I'd like to hear you continue to say. Use this opportunity to promote the industry.
Yes.
So it's exactly that says, what, we can be very proud of the fact that we've been nominated as the offshore destination, the global offshore destination of choice. We have so much to offer the world and South Africa. So we are delighted that you get to participate in this, and we look forward to celebrating more successes with you and your team in the future. So keep smiling, keep shining, and more importantly, keep celebrating. It may be a week down the road, but you certainly deserve it. So well done from me to you and to your team.
Thank you, Tanya. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.